Hey guys, Mike with Iceberg Gaming. So for those of you watching this on YouTube, this is going to be something a little bit different. I'm doing a live stream of my on Twitch of my Draenor Garrison setup, and I'm going to be recording this for a YouTube video for you guys to watch later. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm here on Iceberg Gaming A, and just check the mail real quick. The mailbox is empty since we had the new gold challenge this morning. Hope you guys checked it out. Hope you enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and hit up our Garrison Hearthstone. First thing you're gonna want to do when you get your Garrison is you're gonna want to hit Town Hall level 3 to unlock all the plots, and then your Garrison will look a little something like this. Very nice, huh? Well, if you're Alliance anyway. Hordes, yours kind of sucks. Ha! But always make sure you grab your resources every day. And I'm going to show you guys the buildings that I prioritize in here at the table here. So as you can see, we've got Town Hall level 3. First thing you're going to want to do is get your herb garden and your lunar excavation set up so that you can get plenty of herbs and ore. These do sell pretty well on their own, and you can also farm them up for professions if you are so inclined. If you have any specific profession, especially engineering, you're going to want to use one of these small plots for the engineering workshop. Right now, I have the Alchemy Lab on this character. I recommend you get the Alchemy Lab on at least one character because you pretty much get free flasks, and you can make as many as you need for all your characters if you do this right. The next most important building that we need is the Lunarfall Inn. We need this to be level 2 so that we can recruit random followers every week. And I don't think that I've recruited yet this week, so I'm going to go through that with you guys real quick. So once you have your inn to level 2, you're going to go and see the headhunter. And for the first one or two followers that you recruit, you're going to want, where is it? You're going to want extra training for your first one or two followers. After that, every single follower you pick is going to have extreme scavenging. So right now we've got a couple of choices here. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes you'll get blue choices, or sometimes even purple for epic. We've got all green right now, so let's see. I'm trying to think of one that I don't have as much of. I don't think I have as much of the countering deadly minions, so we're going to take Reuven Hornsby for our choice this week. So every single follower after the first couple, you're going to want extra scavenging. And then I'm going to show you why in a second. So now we're going to head back in here to our mission table. And when you're below level 50, you're going to get missions that increase your character XP from this table. You're going to want to do those every time to help you level up. But once you are past level 50, you won't get those anymore. And they will, and obviously they wouldn't be a priority even if you did. So now that we've got our one guy with increased experience, we're going to look at leveling up all of our lower level guys with that character. And we just need to make sure we pick appropriate missions that we can defeat depending on our abilities that we have on our followers. So where's a good one? We don't really have a good one here. But you want to do the highest experience missions you can that you can reliably defeat with your characters that need leveling up. So this one actually is a pretty good choice. Even throwing our level 30 in here, we've still got a 75%. So this guy is going to buff the experience. This one is going to also get experience because if they're blue or green, they get experience to level up to purple, even if they are level 40. So now this is a pretty good setup. It's 75%. Normally we like a little higher than that, but that is an acceptable risk. So we're going to go ahead and send these guys out. Now, if you had another follower with increased experience, you would send them out with your other lobies. But since we do not, we're not going to worry about that. But after that, we're going to look at scavenging missions for resources and we're going to look at gearing up our guys so they can more reliably beat missions. So since right now we are pretty high on resources, we're going to look at doing the armor tokens first. So I'm going to take a look at this one, and I am going to, let's see, 68%. We'll throw this guy in here. That's 94, so that's good. And then we'll look at this one, throw her in there, and this guy here. And then, what do we got here? See if there's anything we can do with our Lobby here. This should be fine. 59 is close enough. This guy's not going to be doing much for us right now anyway. And then anytime you have the mission with the Elixirs of Giant Growth, make that a priority. Those things sell like hotcakes. If you've been following the Noob Challenge, you know that. Because every week I'm always like, oh man, the Elixirs of Giant Growth sold again. And I'm always shocked. And I shouldn't be by now, but I am. So anyways, if we had one of those, we would take that right away. But since we don't, we're going to look at the tokens again. This one we could probably do 75, yeah. And then now that we've got all our tokens, we're going to send our dudes out to scavenge. Since we have extra scavenging, we're going to be getting a lot more resources out of these. And that is how we send out our followers. Now, now that we've got all these resources to play with, what we need next is we need the trading post. Level 1. Don't need any higher than level 1. Now let's take a look at why. Where is my trading post? It is over here. So at level 1 trading post, you get work orders, which I usually don't bother with. But if you have extra regents, you can use them to get more resources. But what we want is the trader. You'll have to do a mission to get the trader active. But, oops, we forgot to deal with these. Make sure you use these every time, otherwise they clutter up your inventory. I forget that a lot, and then they just kind of sit here until the next time I come back to my garrison. But anyways, this is what we want, the trader. So what we're doing with the trader is we're spending our garrison resources for free materials. Now, you're going to look through here, and if you don't need any of the materials for crafting, I like to make bags with my tailor, so I buy a lot of the sumptuous fur personally, but going through here, look at all this free gold you can get. You can get 12 gold per true iron ore, and let's look at how many we can buy here. We could buy 554 true iron ore right now. And let me just pull out my calculator here. And let me display this for you guys. Window. Calculator. Make this a little bigger. Okay, so we got, what was it, 12 gold each times 554. So we've got 6,500 gold sitting right here, and we did basically nothing to get it. Let's close that. We're not... let's see, what else is good? The sumptuous fur on its own is not bad to sell. Also, it's like 6 gold on my server right now. The herbs are usually around 1 gold each, but we're not too worried about the herbs because we got our herb garden over there. We'll get into that in a second. You could do the leather, the meat, whatever sells the best on your server. Now that's going to be individualized for you, so you're going to have to look that up on your own. I can't give you that information. I can only tell you what works for me. Now, oops, sorry about that. My phone is ringing. Sorry about that. The pitfalls of going live. Anyways, we got these fish are a very good price, but they don't sell that well. I would personally stick with the ore if I were you, but you can always take a look. You could buy half the fish and half the ore if you wanted. Mix it up a little bit. It's always good to diversify, so that's not a bad option. But that is what I would do if I were looking for just pure gold. I would look at the true iron ore as the best option, but check your realm first. And so those are the most important buildings that you're going to need in your garrison to make gold. Now, I like to have the bank here. It costs you a little bit of gold and materials to set up, but it's really convenient. Like I said, 1 alchemist station per account is fine. You'll make enough potions. Here, see, you get, if you level it up to level 3, hold on, let me just make sure I'm giving you guys the right information here. It's either level 2 or level 3. You have to get your alchemy station to get the flasks. What do I got here? Okay, level 3. So you have to be level 3 alchemy station, so that takes a little bit of an investment. So if you don't want to spend the gold to do that, I understand. It's just a little bonus. If you got the gold, might as well. You can get free flasks for all your characters. They're not the best flasks, but they're fine. So you can just craft as many flasks here as you want, as many flasks as you have materials for. And since we've got the herb garden right there anyway, we got pretty much infinite herbs anyway. So why not? But anyways, you got all 4 different kinds of flasks. We got all these potions if you're interested in the potions as well. I personally stick with the flasks. You can also sell those flasks, by the way. They do sell in the auction house. I have sold many a flask. So, to make that work, we need our herb garden. Now, personally, I like to level the herb garden to level 3. And I'm going to tell you why. Once you level the herb garden to level 3, this person right here will let you pick what to plant next. Now, if you don't want to spend the gold to do this, it's fine. You'll get enough flowers as is, especially if you have multiple characters. But look at this. These are all the same herb, and I purposely picked them myself because they were... I haven't done this in a while, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was for flask crafting purposes is that I wanted these orchards. Because these are not the most expensive of the herbs, but they will do. And you definitely want to have a follower working at all of your buildings. So make sure you recruit someone with herbalism for the herb farm. And, well, mining, it doesn't really matter. I don't really worry about mining, but you have to have someone at the alchemist station, so you need an alchemist. But so that's an exception to my rule earlier about all your followers having scavenging. You will need one of each for the professions as well. And also when you have this at level, is it level 2 or level 3? But you get these little fruits that fall on the ground, and they give you a pretty decent food buff. So you can get free food from this as well. Those you cannot mail to other characters, though, so it's not quite as useful as the alchemist station. And then we've got our work orders over here. Make sure you're doing these all the time, because why not? Now, we just got a bunch of free money here from these herbs to go along with the stuff. Actually, I am going to go ahead and buy these, because why not? Okay, so that used up all of our resources, but since we have all of our scavengers out scavenging, we'll refill in no time. Next, you're going to want to get your mining pit built. You just have to do a quest to get this unlocked. Now, I leave this at level 1, personally, because my thinking is it's an investment to get it to the next level, and I don't think you make enough gold off of it for it to be worth the investment to move up to the next level. But that's something for you to think about on your own, and you can consider if you want to level it up or not. Personally, I don't, but I can see the appeal of doing it either way. Now, after you've got this all set up, you can come down here and just get free ore. It doesn't level up your skills, and this used to give you experience for mining and herbing in your garrison, but it doesn't anymore. So this was another good way to level up, but unfortunately it does not work anymore. I see we've got a couple people in the chat. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to shout them out, and I'll be happy to answer. I'd be happy to turn this into a Q&A if you guys have more questions about the Draenor Garrison. And we have one more. Also, once you get to level 2 and higher in this mine, you start to get little carts of ore that also have little consumables in them that give you little buffs, like faster running inside your mine and faster mining inside your mine. They only work inside the mine, though, so they're not that fantastic, but they're a nice little perk. Plus, they have extra ore in them also, which is always a plus. Now we have to get back out of the mine, which unfortunately we cannot fly, so we have to use our movement speed, the perks of being a druid. PS, roll Druid. Druid for life! So now we're going to throw our work orders up. And like I said, you could have a miner working in the mine also and increase your efficiency a little bit there, but I don't usually bother with it. And that is all of the buildings that you absolutely need to maximize your gold and experience from your Draenor Garrison. Now, I want to say another thing about this before we move along. Once you get to level 3 Town Hall, you'll have the option to get spooky supplies when holidays come up. And this is a fantastic way to make gold. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, this is for Hollow's End specifically, you're going to want to get the spooky supplies, get the spider decorations. Once you have the spider decorations, a rare mob will spawn in your garrison every day that you can kill for a chance to get a rare toy that people buy for 5,000-10,000 gold. Nice, our nether bloom sold. That farm is coming tomorrow. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see the farm that just sold in the chat, in my in-game chat log. You'll see that farm up on the... Oh, no, that's not tomorrow. Sorry, my bad. That's going to be Sunday. Sunday will be the nether bloom. Tomorrow is a baby crocs, doot, baby crocs, doot, baby crocs. I'm sorry. But anyways, you'll get a rare spider right in this location every day that you can kill for a chance to get a rare toy that sells for 5,000 to 10,000 gold. It doesn't sell that quickly, but it does sell. And that is how you make money with Halloween, by the way. Previewing my video for next month. You can also do pet battles here. That's not usually something I bother with. Actually, I shouldn't say usually. It's something I do not bother with. And yeah, that's it. That's all the required buildings for a Draenor Garrison. Now I'm going to hop over to another character to show you guys what else I do, but those are the requirements. So anyways, we're going to switch over to letters. Now that we're at our garrison with another character, obviously we would do the mission table the same way, but I'm not going to do that right now because I want to show you guys the rest of this stuff that I do here. So next up on this character, I've got this exact same setup, except instead of the Alchemy Station, I have the Tailoring Workshop. And the reason for that is because this is my tailor, and we get free hex weave cloth every day from this. And we're going to use that. You can use that for a lot of things, but for gold making purposes, you're going to want to craft... Oops. Let's go ahead and craft this while we're here. The two things you want to craft for gold making are hex weave bags and Elec plushies. Now these sell not like hotcakes, but like lukewarm cakes. That's what we're gonna go with. So I try to keep at least one of these up on the auction house at a time. The problem is the Sorcerous Earth. You generally have to buy that on the auction house. You can get it yourself if you are really playing a lot of Warlords of Draenor. You will get the primals, and you can trade the primals for Sorcerous Earth, but it's not really that reliable unless you're really farming for them. So generally, I just buy them off the auction house. Right now they're 3 gold each, and you need 10 of them, so that's 30 gold per craft. And like that pet is like, right now it's like 5,000. Usually it's a little lower than that, like 2,000, and the bag is usually like 300. So, ka-ching. Yeah, so that's what I do on this character. And other than that, he is the exact same as the main. Now I'm going to switch over to one more. Everyone else is the same except for one more. And that is letter D. Oh, I gotta pause the YouTube video again. YouTube video back on. Or not YouTube video, but recording for YouTube. But since he's got engineering anyway, we've got our engineering station here. So that's the difference on this character between this character and the main, is instead of the alchemist station, I've got the engineering station here. And so every day we make gear spring parts. They take our ore, which is generally our big money maker, out of the materials. So we have to double check on this one for the crafting cost before we do it. But these pets sell fairly well. This toy sells fairly well. So you might as well craft them because you're getting the materials for free in your garrison anyway, right? Right. So that's what I do with this character in my garrison. And that is the only difference. So there you have it, guys. That is how you make money from a Draenor Garrison. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, hit me up in the chat. For those of you watching on YouTube later, I hope you found this format interesting. If not, let me know. I won't do it again. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments section, and I will do it again. But you should definitely follow me on Twitch so you can be here live and ask me questions, and I will answer them. Yeah, but let me know in the comments section if you're watching on YouTube how you like this format and if this video was helpful. And that is going to wrap up the YouTube video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.